I'm Christian Kemble here for Robins TV. We've got Carshalton Athletic midfielder Michael Aziaya come to speak to us. Michael, tell us your thoughts on the game today.
I felt like... Can we start again? Oh my God!
Well, we're now joined by Daniel Pappoe.
Oh, go on, yeah,
Daniel, what are your thoughts on the game?
You know what? I think Mike played really, really well. But you know what? He had to, because I told him I'll beat him up.
There you have it. Now we know a little bit more about what goes on in the Carshalton Athletic dressing room. Anyway, back to basics.
Really, really well, to be honest, yeah. Really well.
The pressure's on. All right. Game face, Mike. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's get it over with so you can go and eat.
Two sides for you this afternoon, starting with Enfield Town. In goal number 1, Joseph Wright. 2, Nicky Parcell. 3, Remy Sutton. 4, Matthew Johnson.
Classic example just now, when Mendy's on the left, Mike went over too close to him, Mendy's going to get across him. And there's only Tommy in the box. When Mendy gets the ball, don't leave Mike near him.
Lifting of Rumens. Striker number 19, Michael Dixon. And the goal came in the 44th minute. Half-time here at Carshalton Unused. Carshalton have had it 1, Enfield Town 0, and Hatton, coming off number 4, Matthew Johnson, and replaced number 15, Sam Hatton. First substitution this afternoon for Carshalton Athletic, coming off is number 12, Michael Aziaya, and he's been replaced by number 15, Morath-Gibbs. Today's attendance is 319. Thank you very much for your support.
And this is John Kistner for Robins TV after today's Bostik Premier match between Carshalton Athletic and Enfield Town, where it finished 1-0 to the Robins. And I've got with me Simon, Kester and Joe, and I'm going to ask each in turn their take on the game today. So starting with you, Simon, what do you make of the game?
Well, to be quite honest, I thought it was very poor, especially on a plastic pitch. Really hard to control the ball. Basically, I think after November's debacle, where we never won a game, we had high hopes of getting a great result here. But now Carshalton are above us, fair play to them, and we go again on Saturday.
It finished 1-0 to the Robins, and I have with me John from Enfield Town and Lee from a stalwart Carshalton supporter. Turning to you first, John, what was your take on the game today?
So I think we didn't make enough chances. The first shot on goal that we had was in the 92nd minute, and that most probably sums where we're at the moment. We've fifth loss in the league on the bounce, confidence low, and you know we need something to happen to turn our fortunes around. I thought Carshalton were all right. Not the best team we played this season, but not the worst. Yeah. So
because you started the season brightly, you're in the playoff spots, and you're on a bit of a downward slope at the moment, aren't you?
And we haven't changed personnel. It's not that we've got different people coming in and the like. It is a confidence thing.
So what do you think needs to be done to sort of correct the situation and get back on the front foot?
I don't think there's a lot we can do really, other than keep plugging away. Maybe making a few tweaks here and there and the like. But something will happen. It'll click. We know what it's like with players. When they're confident, they're a different side. Yeah. We get that confidence back, and we'll be winning games again. Yeah. And we'll be where we were at the beginning of the season, which is that everybody would have been quite unhappy to play against us. They know that we can score goals. We've won 3 games by 6 goals this season. So on our day.
And starting off next Saturday at Harlow, isn't it? You've got Harlow Town.
Saturday at Harlow, yeah. I mean, they've had a couple of wins recently, so they won't be easy. There's no easy teams in this division, so every game's a challenging game, especially for us on our current form.
I'm Christian Kemble here for Robins TV. I'm here with club captain Paris Hamilton Downs. It's Carshalton Athletic 1, Enfield Town 0, and I think Manchester United have just scored.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they haven't.
Southampton scored 2-0.
Goodness me, it shows how much attention I'm paying. However, he's called him Calvin as well. This is not going well. Paris, tell us about the game today. What are your thoughts on how it went?
It was another tough game, another quite physical, big team, but we definitely held our own and got the 3 points. So another clean sheet as well, another 3 points, and we just keep climbing.
What do you think is the secret to sort of how we're going at the moment? The draw with Dorking, we've really picked up our performances recently. There was a spell when we were losing. So what do you think has taken us forward in that way?
Just the togetherness, really. All the boys are just, everyone knows their roles and what we have to do. If someone gets injured, the same personnel just slots in, so everyone's basically on the same page, so we all know what we're doing. There's no change of personnel. Like I said, if someone drops out, then more than capable of boys to step in, so it's a good competition at the moment for places, so we're in a good place at the moment.
Okay. Kester, what do you think of the game today? What do you make of it?
I think you guys dominated the game from the start. I think you were commanding, you controlled the game. I think you guys are going to be up there at the end of the season. I think lovely club, lovely fans, nice ground, and yeah.
We feared Billy Bricknell, but he had a bit of a quiet game today.
Doesn't work when you do long ball, when you only got. But you guys done a very good job. But Billy's, I don't know with Billy, he hasn't really been up for it this season. He's still scoring goal, but people are saying has he got a bit of a knock because that Billericay was amazing, 40 goals he got. But you guys were the better team.
Okay, thanks.
Great football as well.
Thank you.
And thanks for having me on as well.
Okay, no problem at all. Joe, turning to you, what do you make of the game today?
To be honest, it's just frustrating is the way to describe it. Because if you look at the results, we had a really good start, which you don't normally have. So there's quite high hopes to be in the season, especially the team, Bricknell, Taff. It looked like it was a promising season ahead. Then we ran on quite a poor run in November, and obviously this now as well. Which, albeit we didn't deserve to really win any of those games, especially today. Like you were miles the better team. But it's frustrating in terms of I know what we can achieve. Like you see, we beat Burgess 6-1 and. A few other teams 6-1 and 6-0. So it shows that we are capable of doing that to teams. but the fact that there's clearly a bit of incoherence at the moment.
I thought you started the game strongly today.
I'm here with Enfield Town manager Andy Lees. Andy, if you want to talk us through the game from your perspective, please.
Pretty poor, to be honest, yeah. Not really good enough from start to finish. I don't think there was much in the game, if I'm honest, in the first half, and we committed an incredible error where, you know, was a free kick central, managed to my centre halves have decided they go up, which is not what we do, and then we're left exposed as a counter-attack. Ball comes in the box, we don't shut down. Easiest goal that Carshalton will score all season, I would imagine, and then we've often puffed and not really done enough in an attacking sense. Carshalton didn't have too many shots on goal, we certainly didn't, and extremely frustrating day, but it's the run we're in at the moment. It's what we're going through. We have done for the last 4 or 5 games, and you know, there's just been quite an exchange of views in there with the players as to how we're going to get out of it. But bitterly disappointing, and you know, for what we've got and how we started the season 4 or 5 games ago, we're just making errors. We're making individual errors all across the back line, compounded again with another one today, and it's causing a lack of confidence in us going forward. But yeah, I didn't think there was much in the game. I don't know what Carshalton will say. They may well say they thought they deserved to win it, but I didn't think there was much in it, to be fair. Bitterly disappointed to have come out on the wrong end.
Hey, turning to yourself, today, what's your feelings about today?
Well, I thought it was a very good game, but it was hard fought. I don't think anybody particularly had the upper hand all of the match, and you know, when Carshalton did score 2 minutes before, we could have been 1-0 down, quite frankly, because there was a free kick in quite a tasty area, if I might say so, and I think we did well. What I thought was particularly good was in the second half, we did try very hard to protect that 1-0 lead. We didn't get many opportunities to improve on it, but we have had some pretty grim second half sometimes, being ahead, and we haven't lost, but we've drawn.
Yeah. I mean, personally, from where I was in the stand, I thought the first half was a bit of chess. You know, I thought we actually, your team Enfield sort of backed in and protected. Yeah. But obviously, second half it turned around the other way in a way. I think you were a little bit more on the offensive, and we were on just holding, trying to stop you score a goal.
I mean, you look good at the back. The number 6, I think, looked a decent player. Seemed to have a good game.
That's Dudley.
Yeah. And wouldn't mind him in our side.
We've got Carshalton Athletic midfielder Michael Aziaya come to speak to us. Michael, tell us your thoughts on the game today.
I felt like... Can we start again? Oh my God!
Well, we're now joined by Daniel Pappoe.
Oh, go on, yeah,
Daniel, what are your thoughts on the game?
You know what? I think Mike played really, really well. But you know what? He had to, because I told him I'll beat him up.
There you have it. Now we know a little bit more about what goes on in the Carshalton Athletic dressing room. Anyway, back to basics.
Really, really well, to be honest, yeah. Really well.
The pressure's on. I've got striker Ola Sogbanmu with me. Ola's just come back from a period of injury. First, we'll get to that in a moment, but first of all, Ola, tell us your thoughts on the game today.
I thought it was a good game. We've kept up our intensity from previous games and from training. And I think we can always score goals, so as long as we keep it clean at the back, we can always go and win games. So I thought it was a good game today. Good pressure from I thought Enfield played all right, but we played that bit better.
Excellent. And of course, you've been away injured. How does it feel to be back? And are you still easing your way in slowly, or do you feel sort of fully fit and ready now?
It feels good to be back. The injury's annoying. It's still here and there, but I'm fighting through it. I'm still working on it. But the more games and the more I'm around the boys and the positivity around, I just keep pushing through it. And I'll be 100% as soon as possible.
Excellent. And what do you feel about our current run? Do you believe that we could sort of get into the playoffs in this league, or even beyond the playoffs, perhaps?
We take every game as it is. The league is difficult, the league is long, the season's long. We're in that period now, sort of where we've got a lot of games back to back, so every game is as important as the other. And Burgess Hill on Saturday, we train hard during the week and we go again.
Well, fortunately, before our next game at Burgess Hill, we don't have a Monday fixture or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, so we've got a week to recover. And yeah, before our next game. So what are your thoughts on Burgess Hill and playing on a grass pitch again for the first time in don't know how long?
For me, beneficial. Great on my legs and my knees and what I need. I enjoy playing on grass, but out here is just as good. Aim is to win the game. We go again, we train hard, and we go again Burgess Hill. I don't know how they play personally, but that's not a problem. We play our game and we go and win the game.
Your passing is very slick in midfield. Did you think so?
Yeah, that's how we've been playing for the majority of the season. Though we've been playing quite slick attacking football. So when I saw that, I was like, because we won on Tuesday in the cup game, so I was like, okay, maybe this might be the turn of form. But so I thought it started, and then obviously we had the free kick, which he scored from, and it's been like that how we've been conceding and losing games this year. And you could, I'm always hopeful in our players.
Okay.
I love the players with all my heart, but.
Okay, tell us about this run of form that we're on at the moment. What do you think is the secret ingredient for the reason why it's going so well for us at the moment?
Just togetherness, literally. Pete just said, just stick together, work together. Like Ricky got injured the other day, and he's like one of our on-form one of our attackers. But didn't really stop us from. We didn't really know. No one really crumbled. So we all just got on with the game. And just work together, literally.
So next week we've got Burgess Hills. How did you see that one going?
I must admit I'm a fairly new supporter for Carshalton Athletic, and I haven't seen Burgess Hill in action, but I'm looking forward to being down there next Saturday. I've got permission from my wife, who's made her first trip over here today to see the match, and she thoroughly enjoyed it.
Excellent. And have you spoken to Ricky Corborough, of course injured in the Dorking match last week, broke his collarbone, didn't he?
Yeah, we spoke to Ricky. He's meant to have an operation today, but I think it's been moved till tomorrow. So he's in all right, he's in good spirits, and we just hope we can get him back rather sooner than later. So yeah, shout out to Ricky.
And lastly, so what is it you think has happened? Obviously, because Carshalton have also been through a spell that they've come out of losing games. What do you think it is that changed in your side, that because you started the season well and sort of led to where you are now?
Well, I think you trace it back to maybe our FA Trophy game at Basingstoke. We committed 2 horrible errors, and I think it affected the confidence. Players stopped getting on the ball, and but then we've had some individual errors, and I always say as management, listen, take full responsibility for it, but we can't legislate for that. You can't control it either, and if you've got people making the same mistakes, you're going to have to change it. So we're in a position where we're trying to change 1 or 2 things, but it's not happening quickly enough. Hopefully it will this week, and it's only a good start that's kept us in touch, probably 3 points off a kind of playoff spot, but it's a concern. We're not playing well, and I think anybody in a neutral watching today would have seen that, but we've got to try and change it, and my job to do that.
Excellent. Next up, Burgess Hill away. Obviously, we've been playing most of our matches on our beautiful carpet outside. Now we're actually going to go to a ground where we've got to play on grass. It's been a while since we played on grass. What are your thoughts, particularly with what the weather's been like?
I think it will not really change the way you play. I think it's just stick to basics, stick to our philosophy. That is just keep the ball. And I think we'll just teams we got promoted this year, and teams haven't really felt our power. So I feel like teams need to start fearing us more, get together with us. Yeah. So we're going to go in there with our philosophy, knowing that knowing what we do best, and just put point on, and just establish it. Just getting it done, getting our job done.
Absolutely. Sounds good. And lastly, thoughts on Burgess Hill? Next weekend? We haven't played away for quite a while, so that's going to be a bit of a strange one when we're not on our fine, lovely carpet that we play on.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one with all the rain this week. Burgess Hill pitch ain't the best, so it's going to be a battle next week. But we're definitely up for the fight. So yeah.
Well, Carshalton Athletic 1, Enfield Town 0. Next week we go to Burgess Hill. Let's keep the momentum going. I'm Christian Kemble, Rumens TV. Thank you.